The Eternal Pharaoh, the true story of Ramses. Prologue. A king is born beneath the golden sun of ancient Egypt, where the Nile flowed like a ribbon of life through the desert sands. A child was born into destiny. This child, Ramses, son of Pharaoh Seti I and Queen Tuya, would rise to become one of Egypt's greatest rulers. Raised in the grandeur of the royal palace, young Ramses was not merely a prince, but a warrior in the making. His father, Seti I, ensured that his son would be well-versed in the art of war, statecraft, and diplomacy. Even as a child, he watched from the shadows as his father led armies, met with foreign dignitaries, and expanded the kingdom's reach. It was clear that Ramses was not destined to simply inherit a throne, he was destined to shape an empire. Chapter 1. Rise to Power. At the tender age of 14, Ramses was named Prince Regent, a declaration to all of Egypt that he was the chosen successor. But his ascent was not merely ceremonial. He accompanied his father on military campaigns, experiencing firsthand the perils and triumphs of battle. When Seti I passed away, Ramses was prepared, taking the throne in 1279 BCE as the new ruler of the most powerful kingdom in the world. His coronation was a grand spectacle, held at the Temple of Karnak. As priests chanted hymns in honor of the gods, Ramses was crowned with the double crown of Upper and Lower Egypt, marking the beginning of what would be a legendary reign spanning nearly 7 decades. Chapter 2. The Battle of Kadesh. The Making of a Legend. As Ramses solidified his rule, the kingdom faced a formidable enemy, the Hittite Empire. Tensions had long simmered between Egypt and the Hittites over control of the trade-rich region of Kadesh, located in modern-day Syria. Determined to reclaim Egypt's dominance, Ramses led an army of over 20,000 soldiers to battle. The Battle of Kadesh, fought in 1274 BCE, was one of the largest chariot battles in history. As Ramses and his army approached the city, he was deceived by Hittite scouts, who led him to believe that their forces were far away. In reality, the Hittites lay in ambush. When the trap was sprung, Ramses and his forces were surrounded, outnumbered, and on the verge of annihilation. But Ramses was no ordinary pharaoh. With unmatched courage, he led his elite charioteers, charging straight into the enemy lines. His boldness shocked the Hittites, forcing them to retreat. Though the battle ended in a stalemate, it set the stage for something even more remarkable: the first known peace treaty in history. Ramses and the Hittite king, Muwatalli II, negotiated a truce, bringing an end to the conflict and establishing a rare moment of diplomatic resolution in the ancient world. Cedar. Chapter 3. The Builder of Monuments. Beyond his military prowess, Ramses II sought to leave behind a legacy etched in stone. Under his reign, Egypt underwent an architectural renaissance. His most magnificent creation was the great temple of Abu Simbel, a monument dedicated to himself and the gods. Carved into a mountainside, its colossal statues, each standing over 60 feet tall, depicted Ramses as a divine ruler, watching over his people for eternity. At Thebes, he constructed the Ramesseum, his mortuary temple, where walls were adorned with inscriptions of his victories and divine connection to the gods. He also expanded Karnak and Luxor temples, ensuring that his name would be forever associated with the greatest of Egyptian monuments. Perhaps most ambitious of all was his new capital city, Ramses, built in the Nile Delta. This sprawling metropolis became the heart of military, trade, and governance, a testament to Ramses's strategic vision for Egypt. Chapter 4. Family, Love, and Legacy. Ramses was not only a warrior and builder, but also a devoted husband and father. He married several queens, but none held his heart quite like Nefertari, Their love was legendary. Ramses honored her with a splendid tomb in the Valley of the Queens, adorned with breathtaking art and inscriptions that declared his eternal devotion. His lineage was vast. Ramses is believed to have fathered over 100 children. His sons and daughters held key positions in the empire, ensuring that the kingdom remained strong even after his passing. Chapter 5. The Twilight of a God King. As the years passed, Ramses remained on the throne, ruling Egypt for an astonishing 67 years. His hair turned silver, his body aged, but his mind remained sharp. He witnessed the passing of many of his children, outliving most of his successors. In his 90th year, the great Pharaoh finally succumbed to time. His mummified body was laid to rest in the Valley of the Kings, but fate had another plan. His tomb was looted in antiquity, and his remains were moved several times before finally being rediscovered in the 19th century. Today, the mummy of Ramses II rests in the National Museum of Egyptian Civilization in Cairo, his face still bearing the traces of the great king he once was. Epilogue. The Immortal Pharaoh. Ramses II was more than just a ruler. He was Egypt itself. His name still echoes in the halls of time, etched in stone, whispered by the winds that sweep through his temples. He did not simply reign. He became a god, an immortal force, forever watching over the land he loved. And so, the story of Ramses the Great does not end with death. It endures in every monument, in every hieroglyph, in every heart that still beats in awe of Egypt's greatest king.